How's it going, everyone? Marriland here. That's right, it's time for more Marriland's Terraria adventure, and we're gonna go on an adventure today, that's for sure. So around the base, I did a little bit of work. Well, I'm in the progress of it. It just turned to daytime, and I figured, you know what, I'll do this later. But I want to have a basement area. I was thinking about it. I know this rope is kind of interesting, but it just seems kind of unsightly. But I could have a little kind of ramp that goes down. Remember, if you make stairs, which I do recommend using the control thing to make them nice and easy, but otherwise you could use the hammer. But yeah, you can actually make some really cool looking things like that, and you can just press down to jump down or all sorts of things. Otherwise, you're probably not even gonna bother with the stairs, so pretty much it's just there when I want to go down there. But yeah, all right, so today we need to, I did put I put a table and a chair there because I was thinking about it. You know what? Pretty soon, wait, what? Oh, there we go. Pretty soon we're going to be getting a new NPC, and I don't think this is going to be his final location, but I want to store him somewhere. So yeah, we'll just put that there because it technically counts because it's that tall. But yeah, we want to go to the corruption. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. So, we could either go to this corruption by the snow. We could go to, I think there was another corruption. Yeah, there's a little bit after the snow. Or there's the corruption over here. Well, we haven't actually been past there, so I think we should go take a tour over that way. Even though I went the wrong way, gosh darn it, but you know what, that's fine. So, we're gonna be fighting a boss. Oh, actually, hold up, before I leave. Remember how I was talking about that purple stuff in the corruption, how you can't break it or anything like that? Well, now that the Dryad's in town, we can buy this stuff called purification powder, which cleanses the evil. This isn't necessarily the best way to deal with it, but it is the way that they generally try to get you to do. But you know what I find? You can actually just buy bombs from the Demolitionist, and they work really well. Dynamite works too, but it's pretty expensive. So, I don't know, I recommend buying maybe like 20 or 30 bombs. And if you have some gel, you can turn them into sticky bombs, which I also do recommend. Just because they're so much better. They really are. All right, so now that we have this stuff, we will actually be able to destroy the Ebon Stone, which is that purple stuff. Or if you're playing in a Crimson world, you'll be able to destroy the I don't remember what it is in Crimson, actually. Most of my games are actually played with corruption for some reason. I usually don't have Crimson. Oh yeah, we gotta explore this place sometime, but don't worry, we'll be doing that soon. We will be a lot better equipped to handle it in just a little bit. In fact, we can't even mine one of the main things that we can find down there until after we have the next tier of pickaxe, the Nightmare Pickaxe in Corruption, or the other one in Crimson. Again, like I said, I don't play Crimson very often. It seems like most of my worlds are Corruption, so I'm not as used to the Crimson progression of things. I think we should make sure that whenever I go to the Expert mode playthrough, it should definitely be in Crimson, just because that way I won't know what the heck is going on. Alright, let's see. In fact, new to version 1.3.2, after a certain point in the game, I'm not going to say when, but after a certain point, you can then choose, whenever you make a new world, whether you want it to be a Corruption or a Crimson. So maybe we'll put that to the test. Alright, well, let's see. I don't remember how far away we are. But, yeah, we want to get over there. Deserts can sometimes have a pyramid in them, which can have some pretty good loot inside. Oh, let's see. I have explored over here, but I haven't gone too much further. We should be equipped to handle the corruption, no problem now. I got plenty of defense. I did go ahead and equip my warding climbing claws and all that fun stuff. We got a boomerang, we got some javelins. Oh yeah, I got this yo-yo. Let's put it to work. Yeah, yo-yos are really good around here. Okay, but also we have a hook, and honestly, that's probably the most useful item you can have because it lets you explore these pits a little bit better. And if you happen to get knocked down into them, you can just quickly press E, and then you should hopefully be saved. Yeah, look at that. This yo-yo just goes to town on these, these Eater of Souls. Okay, so... let's do a little bit of this. Thankfully, you can place torches on the walls. Alright, so you want to get kind of down to this area where you see a whole bunch of demon altars. It's good to know where that is. You can also find some useful items here and there. Oh, what's down here? Looks like it connects somewhere. Oh, there's a life crystal. That's handy. You know what? I should probably get that. Let's test out this purification powder. So, this isn't exactly the most efficient way, but it does work. You just left click with it, and it changes the corrupted stuff into stone, allowing you to mine it. Yeah, it's a little interesting, but it does work, so that's good. All right, we're gonna flood the place, darn it. Not ideal, but I don't really see an easy way around it. All right, I hear something. Yeah, there's a big old devourer there. It's basically a giant worm. And I know you couldn't really see it all that well, but it will hopefully change that. Now, I know that there's some tungsten there. I don't really care about it right now. I just wanted to get that life crystal. Although I might as well see if there's anything, like, over here. Yeah, there's not. We're fine. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and use that. We have 240 health. Oh, hi, what's up? That's pretty good. It's probably about what you want at this point in the game. Okay, so do you see that thing on the very bottom of the screen? That is called a Shadow Orb. You need to make sure you have a hammer, by the way, before you go over here, because you're gonna need the hammer in order to break those things. Alright, let's go ahead. Smack those guys around. Alright. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? One thing I strongly recommend. You want to have an easy way to get out of the corruption. So if you have rope, which honestly I don't really have enough of, I do recommend taking some rope and bringing it all the way up to the surface, just so you can get out pretty easily. You don't have to. You can do this fight underground, but it's a little bit tougher. In some ways. It's not always tougher, but I don't know. But I guess if you are to go that route, I recommend saving the, wait, what is down here? Oh, this is wild. Huh, that's very weird. That stuff will damage you a little bit if you touch it. It's so strange to see, like, grass down here, the corrupted grass. Alright, pal. Hey, easy now. Yeah, the yo-yos are just great. Especially once you start getting better yo-yos. Like, the wooden yo-yo isn't that impressive, but this yo-yo seems to be working great. Does a lot of damage, hits several times. What more could you ask for? Well, you'll find out later, but yeah, it's, yo-yos get really good in this game. Okay, so I did see one of those orbs. We're gonna save that one for last, more than likely. Wow, this is a deep tunnel. Okay. Well, this one's gonna be a little tricky to get. Let's drop a glow stick, just so we can kind of see what's going on. Let's place a torch there. So, you could use the purification powder, or you can actually just toss bombs. Just make sure you aren't going to blow up with everything. Oh! Well, there we go. We ended up breaking the orb. I guess a bomb will break the orb. Huh, well, if you don't need or if you didn't bring your hammer and you did bring bombs, you can do it that way. Good to know. So, yeah, you may have noticed it said a horrible chill goes down your spine. Well, after you have broken 3 of those orbs, the next boss will appear for you to fight. And it's not like a super duper difficult boss, but it can be pretty overwhelming if you're not used to it. Yeah. This isn't a very ideal location to fight it, I don't think. Let's see, there we go. But we also did get a musket for that, which is the first gun item in the game. Now that we have a gun, the arms dealer will show up. Let's actually go ahead and equip this thing, because it is kind of cool. Alright, so, with the gun, it takes bullets for ammo. Or, musket balls, as I think they're called. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna go ahead and place that in the ammo slot. So, kind of works like a bow, which I haven't really shown off all that much. But it shoots pretty fast and with a high velocity, so kind of handy. There's all sorts of different guns in the game, and there's all sorts of different, well, a little bit less in the way of bullets, but there are still a few different types that can come in handy. This musket is certainly not the best, though. But, hey, it's a pretty good ranged weapon. We really haven't done much with ranged, to be honest, and that's actually a shame, because a bow and arrow, they can be pretty good at this point still. Let's just shoot that thing. Bang! Yeah, the musket is a little bit slow, though. And if you are not playing on a corruption world, you'll have something different. I don't remember what it's called, but I know you get a different thing than the musket. It's basically the same, but yeah. Alright, so one Shadow Orb down. Let's see if I can find another one. I mean, I know where one is, but I'd rather see if I could find a different one than that. Oh, snap. Yep, see, that's why you want to have the hook, because that can save your life. Just make sure you don't get too daring with the hook. Oh, this is actually a pretty nice one right here. Ow. What is that? It's a weird looking thing. Alright, there we go. Got rid of the Devourer. Okay, so we're going to bomb this one. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's use the life crystal. Oh, just shy. You know what? Let's just toss some purification powder. I wonder if that's one of those new, like, things. We'll have to be careful around that. Alright, so the second of the orbs. Now, after this, the first orb, you'll always get... Well, actually, let me rephrase this. The first orb will always give you a gun and some ammo. Every orb after that will give you a random thing from a certain pool. So in this case, I get a Shadow Orb, which is kind of neat. It is a light pet, as it's called, and you equip that, I think, in the star slot there. And it just gives you a little thing that floats around and generates light. Yeah, right there, that Shadow Orb. You get a Crimson Heart, I think it is, if you're playing in a Crimson. And it kind of jumps around and stuff. It also provides light, so it's basically the same function. It's just a little funnier, I think. But yeah, this Crimson, or not Crimson, the Shadow Orb is very handy. I get to take my own little Shadow Orb with me, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh my, it's gotten to be dark out already. That's not good. Oh, are we by the jungle? I actually think we are. Wow, that's interesting. A corruption and a jungle, go figure. You know what, let's see what's down here. I'm kind of curious. Oh, am I out of torches? I am. Not anymore. Oh, wow, look at that. 2 hearts right next to each other again. That's awesome. Oh, another really great thing about the yo-yo, you can kind of move it around a block. So enemies like that are over there, you know, you can kind of hit them before they get to you. Well, I couldn't reach this yo-yo all the way over there. Man, that is awesome with those 2 hearts so close to each other. All right, back off. We're just gonna have to fight him. Okay, well, the good news is I found another Shadow Orb directly below these 2 hearts, so that's really convenient. Yeah, right down there. Okay, let me grab these. Come Might as well use them, because we want to get up to 400 health, which is the current maximum at this point in the game. And we only have 100 health to go, which is good. That's 5 more of the life crystals. Man, there's another one of these things. What is that? Man, I hope we're not gonna get wrecked, but I kind of want to try it out. You know what? Let's do it. It's close enough that I think we could break it. If it's what I think it is, we could be in for a bad time. Oh, okay. It just has bees in it. That's not too bad. Here I was worried that something a lot worse would happen. Let's just say. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and drop a few bombs down that way. You know what? I think we'll just do it gravity-wise. Woo! Woo! Oh, wait, what am I doing? You know what? There was one further back. And in probably a nicer neighborhood, so to speak. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll leave that one relatively accessible. Let me shoot some purification powder at it, though. Woo. And we'll just go back to the other one. Like, we can save this one for later. Because every 3 that you break will summon this next boss again. So, you know, you might want to break more than 3, because, you know, you can break 5 without fighting the boss a second time. And, you know, once you fought the boss once, it's really not that bad. Alright, but let's put a little bit of light up here, I guess. Alright, an Eater of Souls banner. You know what? Banners are something that drop after every 50 monsters of the same species that you've killed. And they can be placed on, wow, an Ancient Shadow Helmet? No way. Those are really rare. They're quite a rare drop from the Eater of Souls. And it's actually from the next tier of equipment that we're going to be having access to right now. If you get one of those early in the game, they're pretty darn good. At this point, it's about par, but I actually wonder, let's see, 21 to 20, but that does increase my melee speed, so might actually be worth it, even though it does break the set. Okay, will you just let me set down my torch, please? All right, thank you. Oh man, I didn't see my hook for a moment there. Okay, so where was that orb? I think it was down here. A meteorite has landed. Well, that's good to know. So after you've broken your first Shadow Orb, there is a chance that a meteorite will land sometime in the near future. And I think the chances increase with every single orb that you break. Oh, I think this is... Oh yeah, we wanted to go to that one, darn it. Whoops. Yeah, this is the one that we already had broken. But yeah, meteorites. They land, and they are really cool. I think I'll show that in the next episode, actually, because that's typically what you'll want to do after you've done this kind of stuff. Can I get out of here? Please? Remember, you can put rope up on the wall, just in case you really need, but it is a little dangerous. Of course, what I'm doing is dangerous, so... Okay, so I'm gonna put a platform over there. My goodness, these things are so persistent. Here, eat some javelins, why don't you? Yeah, that was a bad idea. Yeah, you know what would really help? If I put up the banner right here, because I might want to get up to the surface when I break that thing. It's not necessary, but it certainly can help. Hey, pal. Hey, now. Let's place that there. Now we'll be able to handle these things a little easier. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's drop that there. Oh, I should have brought a campfire. You know what? I can just craft one. Let's go ahead and put that right there, just in case I decide to go up to the top. And let's drop, hi. Drop some rope. I don't think we'll have enough. Dang. We don't. That stinks. Bye. Yeah, we are not gonna have enough rope to make a nice clean exit, but it should still be fine. We're definitely over preparing for this, don't worry. Okay, let's get down there. Because we can also just use the hook to get back up, too. And that does work. All right, bombs away. Yeah, I guess moral of the story, don't use more bombs than you need. Otherwise, you could run into some trouble. Okay, all set. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna drop a glowstone there. Or glowstone, wow, wrong game, Devin, wrong game. Wow, what is down here, though? That's pretty cool. Okay, are we ready to fight the boss? Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, we're ready. So, on the third Shadow Orb you break, you will awaken the Eater of Worlds. It is a gigantic snake-like worm thing that will try to charge at you. You want to stay away from that body, of course, but more importantly, you want to stay away from the head, because it does a lot more damage. If you can get out of the pit, that's a good idea. That's why having a rope kind of solution is generally a good thing. Okay, so if you have something that can hit multiple targets at once, like a javelin or a shuriken even, although shuriken are usually pretty weak, that can work out okay. Let's see how a sword does. Even a sword works pretty well. I wouldn't use a cactus sword, but it's actually not all that terrible just because it is pretty big. All right, what about the javelin? Oop. Yeah, you gotta watch out. You can get crunched like this. Thankfully, it doesn't actually hit that hard. All right, let's try a yo-yo out. You know, the yo-yo's nice and all, but it does not pierce the individual segments. So let's try out a boomerang. I guess that's okay. I think actually the sword or the javelin are best bet right now. So if you're playing, by the way, and you don't have javelins, you know, like I said, shuriken will work. Any kind of sword, I guess, would work. You could use bombs. That'd work. You want to aim for the head, because otherwise, it'll split. Yeah, if you, Oh, you know what? Another very helpful thing that you should do is you should have your map open, because then you can see where it is on the map. Also, if you can get it to come at you from a horizontal angle, that's pretty good. Man, I'm doing terrible in this fight. I'm not really at too much of a risk of dying. It's just pretty embarrassing. So these things drop shadow scales, and they drop demonite ore. We've already gotten some demonite ore, so that's good, but we'll get plenty more of it. All right, I'm just gonna heal. By the way, using an iron skin potion's not a bad idea. Yeah, these guys get really nasty if you fight them like this, because you'll have all the heads going all over the place, and they do a lot more damage when they touch you. I've never used javelins before. They're kind of fun. Also, the individual segments can drop hearts, which will heal you up. And that can really be a lifesaver. Woo! I'm out. All right, let's try the gun. All right, that's not working so well, is it? Now, if you happen to get an item called the Ball O' Hurt, it will be amazing against these guys. Like, seriously, it is one of the better weapons you can get. Actually, I think this is gonna be... let's just shuriken it up. Yeah, the Ball O' Hurt is really cool. Hopefully we'll get one, but if you do get one, you will have such an easy time with these guys. Like, seriously. At least you should. I'm gonna heal. Ah! Oh man, alright, let's see. This is one of the most unideal fights I've ever had against them. You're usually better off going to the surface so you're not getting swarmed from all sorts of angles. In fact, actually, if you build an arena similar to the one you did with Eye of Cthulhu, up towards the surface, like, the fight is really easy that way. I guess after the Eye of Cthulhu fight, I just wanted to do something a little bit more challenging. All right, come on. Almost. Yeah, shuriken are still pretty nice. There we go. Cool. Well, it wasn't exactly the cleanest fight by any means. I'm sure all of you advanced Terrarians are like, wow, what a noob. But again, I did want to noob it up just for, I guess, demonstration purposes. And I wanted to try out some other stuff. But yeah, ideally you'll want to build an arena just so that way you don't run into a situation like that. So I did get this band of star power when smashing the Shadow Orb, and that increases my maximum mana by 20. Swell, but I also got Shadow Scales. One thing that is really important after... Oh, there's the arms dealer, by the way. Now that I have the gun, it'll show up. But yeah, what's really important after you have defeated the Eater of Worlds, make sure you don't leave any Shadow Scales behind, because every single segment drops stuff, separately. Like, it's not one unified drop. So, or at least in normal mode. So, you know, if something might have fallen down there, you should probably go find it. Alright, can we do that? This is gonna be fun to get out of. Wow, it's another one of these little grass areas. It's so weird. Alright, well, yeah, this is everything we need to do here. Although, before we leave, rather than using an ice mirror, I don't necessarily want to fight the boss again. But what I would like to do is get out of this hole. What I would like to do is grab another 2 Shadow Orbs if I can. Because we can grab 2 safely and we won't have the boss fight us again, so that'd be a good thing. Because we could still get some cool loot, like that ball of hurt that I'm looking for. Let's switch on the map, which we definitely should have on for this. And let's just do a little bit more exploring. I know that there was one up on the surface, right? I'm gonna go find it. Let's see. All right, here's one Shadow Orb. It's the one that I left for later. I guess in hindsight, I probably should have just taken this one. Oh, let's see. No, that's Demonite Ore. Can't do anything with that right now. Actually, I can. Technically, I think I can. Oh, no, I can't, because I think you can mine it with a platinum or gold pickaxe, but yeah, we didn't bother making them. And they're honestly not really that useful, because we're going to need to make another pickaxe anyway. Oh, a powerful musket. That's so powerful. All right, well, it's definitely better than the other, although it is slower, so that's really not gonna help. Okay, cool. Another Shadow Orb. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and, let's blow it up. I think this will actually blow it up. Whoops. Yep, there we go. What did I get? Oh, there we go. It's the Ball of Hurt. That's what I wanted. Where did that go? Right here. Okay, so the Ball of Hurt is a lot of fun. Especially against the Eater of Worlds. It's like this big kind of morning star thing or whatever. It's so awesome, but it hits multiple targets while it's active. And because of that, it makes for an amazing weapon against the Eater of Worlds. In fact, I should really show you. You know what? Maybe we'll go fight another one just to show you how much easier it is if you happen to get that weapon. Okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna drop some bombs down there. Ow. Wow, that hurt. That was a little too close. I thought I had enough time to get away, but apparently not. It's fine. Yeah, bombs are also good to use against enemies, by the way. Okay, you know what? Let me heal really fast here, or at least wait until I am fully healed. You know what? We'll be fine. Let me just press H to heal. I wanted to save that, but should be fine. All right, here we go. Another Shadow Orb, which won't really do me that much good. So, before you start damaging the Eater of Worlds, Uh-oh. While there's only one of them, it might be a good idea to get out of the hole. That's something I didn't do last time. So let's see what happens when we do. You don't usually have to worry about taking too much damage from the body. All right, follow hurt time. Boom. Now, if you can angle it just right, you can hit like multiple parts of it at once. Oh yeah, this is great. Ideally, you want to be hitting the head, so if you have platforms, they're very good. That knockback. Oh, man. It's so funny. Yeah, you don't really want to be caught up in a situation like that. Boom. I'm trapped! Oh, darn it, jungle slime. Now's not the time. Okay, let's try something a little different. We are going to set up a platform. Or at least try. Ow! Oh, this knockback, though. All right, let's just fight. There we go. Yeah, if you can get into the sky, you can oftentimes be a little bit better positioned to handle him. Because he doesn't really know what to do once you're in the sky. Oh, hi. Darn it, you got me right while I was working on my path. There we go. So much chaos going on. It's great. Oh, yeah. Once you get him, like, horizontal like that, you can kind of just, like, stop him from doing anything and just tear him to shreds. I'm so bad at this. This is not a prepared platform or anything. I don't really care. It's not like he's doing that much damage to me. I will heal just in case, though, but... Ideally, you want plenty of platforms, just so it's easy to maneuver, and then you can't get them, or you can't get hurt by them. Ow! Hey guys, cut it out. Hunting potions, or hunter potions, I guess it is. They're pretty good because they reveal where they are, so like while they're in the dirt and all that stuff, you can kind of see them, and they're not gonna get in the way. Dodged him now. Boom! There we go. So we only have one segment left, so it should be a little bit easier to contain. Oh yeah, look at that. See, that's how you do it ideally. Yeah! It's a pretty fun fight. It's actually not that difficult. I'm making it look a lot more difficult than it is if you are prepared for it. Like I said, if you have like a platform up there that you can run around in, it makes the fight very easy. In fact, if you get certain weapons a little later on, not even that much later, you can just wreck this thing. There, we got him. Cool. And now I think it'd be a good idea to go home. Well, hold up. Let me just make sure we didn't leave anything behind. Ah, we're good. Okay, now I have like a ton of shadow scales, 99, and 304 demonite ore. That is awesome. Plus, on top of that, we have the arms dealer, which is great. All right, let's talk to Bronson. And he sells a pistol, flintlock pistol. He sells some musket balls, which good ammo. the illegal gun parts, and the mini shark. The mini shark is expensive, but it's very good. It doesn't do a lot of damage on itself, but it has an extreme rapid fire. So that's really cool. Definitely recommend that. If you have the money, you should definitely buy it. But you know what? I'm gonna hold off on it for just a little bit because I want to make a set of good stuff with all the shadow scale shenanigans that I've been doing. Okay, you know what? Let me grab the demonite that I have in here, demonite bars, because now we have the shadow scales, which is used to make the better stuff. Oh, we can make an amethyst staff. That's pretty cool. Oh, I should probably make all these into lead bars, shouldn't I? Oh, wait, this isn't what I want. Lead ore. All right, 84 lead bars. Yeah, we can make all sorts of lead stuff now, which is great. We need to make, ooh, a glass kiln. That could be interesting. All right, but the thing we really want to make, let's make a whole bunch of demonite bars. Yeah, that's definitely a bunch. In fact, probably shouldn't have done that because you can sell the demonite ore and you don't really need demonite for much after this. So, the nightmare pickaxe is probably the most important thing to make because this has the ability to, first of all, it swings pretty fast, but it can mine the next tier of material, hellstone, and it is really good. So we're gonna make a nightmare pickaxe. This completely replaces the need for the cactus pickaxe. We don't need it anymore. We could make the breaker, which is a really strong hammer. It actually does work as a weapon too, but it's pretty slow. I don't recommend making this. You can make something way cooler out of the meteorite that we're going to go mine in the next episode. So, cool as it is, don't bother with it. The demon bow, yeah, we talked about that already. It can be good. The other thing we can make is the shadow equipment right here. Now, we did get this ancient shadow helmet. If you happen to get one of those as a drop, you don't need to make the normal one unless you like the look of it better. So, this takes, let's see, 15 and 10, 25 and 20, and then 20 and 15. So, what is that? 40, 60, I think it's 60 and 50? Hold up. 60 and 45. Yeah, 60 demonite bars, 45 shadow scales. Shouldn't have a problem affording that after 1 or 2 Eater of Worlds. So, I'm gonna go ahead and make the shadow mail and make the shadow greaves, and I can equip the ancient shadow helmet I have. So now my defense is 25. That's great. But on top of that, the set bonus for this is 15% increased movement speed. Plus, each individual piece of the equipment has increased melee speed. Look at how fast I go now. Plus, I should be able to swing my sword much faster. Oh yeah, look at that. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna do better than this cactus sword in a moment. Don't worry, that'll be in the next episode. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the fight against the Eater of Worlds. I guarantee you I'm better at fighting it than I showed, but I just wanted to go for it. I think sometimes that can make it a little fun and exciting too. But unlike the Eater of Worlds, or not Eater of Worlds, the Eye of Cthulhu fight, I didn't really have like a good arena or anything. Fighting it underground can work, but again, you kind of have to be careful about it. But I also didn't use the Iron Skin Potion, have a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Terraria Adventure. See you next time, meteors. Yeah. Shoot the moon.